Hey everyone, we are the Team Tomorrow website incubator team. And so my name is Bernice and I'm the team lead for this project. Today, we're going to start off with an overview about why we built this product and what the specs are. And then from there, we'll give you a live demo of our alpha release. Lastly, we'll go over our success metrics, best practices, and next steps going forward. Caitlin?
Sorry. So companies are always looking for the best developers for the cheapest price. Currently, Team Tomorrow's contracts are only coming from Michael's networking, so our job is to fix that. With our website, companies will be able to come to us for contracts instead. They'll be able to check out our developers, their skills, and projects they have made through Team Tomorrow. Jimmy?
Yeah, so just to introduce myself before, my name is Jamie, and I mostly worked as a front-end developer for this project. So our website MVP is mainly classified into two groups. First of all, we have static pages, which are generally informational, such as the projects page, as well as the About Us page. Additionally, our website holds numerous dynamic pages, which offer more interactive elements for the user to engage with, including the landing page, developers page, as well as the skill endorsements. Now to talk more about the post MVP features, we have mainly the kudos page, the admin dashboard, and finally the developer saving system. All these features will be explained more concretely in a moment by Torrin during his demo part.
All right, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Okay. So the goal of the TT website, as Kaylin said, is to get employers to come to us instead of Michael going to them, and so that they can discover developers and Team Tomorrow members that we have and contact us based on the information we see. Right off the bat on the homepage, we have an engaging title. We're saying grasp the top 1% of junior developers, and that's encouraging employers to go contact us. We're then giving them some context on what Team Tomorrow is and some information about us, a few companies that we've worked with in the past. And by the way, if you guys would like to look at this, we have it live up and ready. Daniel, if you want to put that in the chat so people can go look at it at ttalpha.fly.dev. And we also have some more text explaining on how you can contact us and what information you should choose. We preview a few projects here. For instance, we have the Team Tomorrow website project here with its skill icons, which are icons that represent the kind of technical and skills that were put into it, such as Svelte, which was used on this project. And this is a link to the project as well as all the other projects. This is to encourage companies to see what we've worked on in the past and use that to base their choices. We also then will have a few developers on the homepage that will be used to represent the best of TT and what we have to offer. And lastly, we have a little area that explains just the exact path that employers will be going to with some instructions so that they're clear on how to use the website and contact us. Then there's the About page, which just gives some background context on Team Tomorrow and AI Camp in general, along with some of our achievements and the people who built Team Tomorrow up from the ground and are currently running at the top today. Then there's our first dynamic page, which is a developers page. It first gives a few more instructions just to clarify on how you can search and discover your employer's candidates. And then you can search all the developers. As you see, we currently have, I think, around 30 users, and they are all signed up in our database. So for instance, if I wanted to find someone, if I was an employer and I wanted to find someone with the teamwork soft skill who also was experienced in TypeScript, I can use the filters here, and there's Jackson. And I can click on his profile and go to, I'll show the profiles in a little bit. Then we go to the projects page. This shows all the projects that Team Tomorrow members have created. Here's our website, and here's Pierre right here. Shout out to Blake for that. And there's a few others as well. And once again, you can search through them, and you can also filter by the skills that were used in those projects. Lastly is the contact page for the customer-facing side, which of course is the call to action. It's where we want employers to go, and it gives us a little bit of information on what we want to see in the contact form, along with a nice form that will insert an email into the whatever email we want to use for contracts. That's all nice and formatted with all the information. I can demo that a little bit here. I can say my name is Torin or whatever. I'll just put a bunch of random stuff in here. And then blah, blah. And as you see, it goes through the form and we can select what talent we want to have, the company website, what are we doing? And then the next page is just the subject and the message of the email, the main content of it. Now I'm going to show the more, the side of the website that's more on the Team Tomorrow people. So I'm going to log in real quick with Discord. I'm going to use OAuth and authorize, and here's the dashboard page. We have a few quick links here and an explanation on what you can do, a preview of the profile along with my links, my positions, my skills, badges I have, which are for user incentive. So for instance, if I made 10 projects that are visible to the public, I would get this badge, and that's to increase user engagement. And we also have a couple of projects along with the project manager link. I can also view analytics for my page, like how many views, new and returning visitors, the top soft and tech skills I was found by. So for instance, if a company, if most companies are finding me by my JavaScript skill, this would show up here and I would know about that. So I could learn and work on that and perfect it for industry standards. Your projects and a few other analytics based on those projects. I don't have any projects, so there's no data for this yet, but there will be as people create projects. Then there's the profile editor. I can edit my name here. I can put a little bio here. I can update that. I can put whatever team I'm on. I'll put engineering, and I can add links. So for instance, I can add my Twitter username is Zatek. There's of course the soft and tech skills and the positions I'm comfortable with working in. I can save that and we can come back to that later. There's also the projects. As you see, since Bernice added me to the Team Tomorrow website project, I can go ahead and edit it as well since I'm a collaborator. I also have my own project here, which is untitled. If I edit that, I can title, description, I can add authors, I can add the skills, and I can put a bunch of information here along with a fully fledged text editor that's meant to be like Google Docs. So it's familiar and easy to use. And then, of course, there's the kudos page, which isn't implemented yet, but we will be working post MVP in the future with the Discord bot team to implement this along with a few other features that will be talked about later. I'm going to finally view my profile. And as you see, it has all my information here from my positions, my skills, and my badges to my projects. And this is important because this is what employers want to see. They want to see what have you worked on, what are your skills, what are your social medias. All this information is great. And then, of course, once they viewed all this, they can go to contact us, say, I want this person because of this project and what they worked on. And I think it's just a much faster and easier way of representing people at Team Tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to jump back to the slides, move on to a bit of reflection. So our most immediate success metric here is the amount of TT profiles that we currently have created and deployed live on the website. So far we have over 35 unique profiles, and that number is expected to at least double by the end of the week once everyone on Team Tomorrow starts creating their accounts. Additionally, within a year of our product's release, which entails live deployment for public and external use on the beta release, our goal is to send at least 10 teams to external companies, receive at least 20 contracts, and generate over $30,000 in revenue through Team Tomorrow.
So we used and learned a lot of best practices over this project. Right here, we have them kind of divided into 3 categories. For management, we have to put a lot of thinking into the spec first so that we have a clear image of what our goals should be, and so that we can prioritize what should be MVP, what we should push off towards later kind of post-MVP things. And we also need to make sure we always check in with each other to clearly divide work. That happens through the sprint board, progress checks, establishing deadlines. And for design, it was really important to understand the purpose of the project when we were creating the design, and so that it follows the goals of the project. And we're going to constantly conduct and iterate based on that. For the coding aspect of this, we're always making sure to review others' code before merging, and only merging to main, not committing direct changes. And we're only focusing on the parts we immediately need to develop, not just having some idle developers working on things that we haven't like planned out. And we're using tooling to ensure code quality, which includes ESLint and Prettier to make sure our code is good and readable. For the tech stack, this is kind of divided into 3 parts again. The front end, we use SvelteKit, and with SvelteKit, we use Tailwind CSS and TypeScript, and also a library called TipTap, which Torn demoed for the like Markdown editor. For the backend, we also used SvelteKit APIs because SvelteKit's kind of a blend of the front end and back end. It uses TypeScript for its APIs. And we have a Postgres database, which is where we keep all of the users and projects. We interface with that using Prisma from the SvelteKit APIs. And we also have a Redis layer to cache data for analytics. For services, we're using quite a few of these. We're deploying the website on Fly.io, and we're using Cloudflare images to display banners and avatars. And we're using Discord OAuth, as you saw a Torin demo, to log in for Team Tomorrow members, Google Analytics, which Torn showed on the analytics page, and the Gmail API, which is used to send out the emails after the contact form has been submitted.
Saeed, are you there?
During this awesome program, we learned about many skills like deployment, organization, critical thinking, etc. In deployment, we learned about how to deploy a product on a public website that everyone can use, organized roles, tasks, and deadlines, use critical thinking to create a solid idea of the project, adapted through the incubator, school, etc., collaborated together on ideas and designs, and we learned about new technical tools for the front end and back end of the website. And before the incubator, all I knew was HTML, CSS, JS, and Python the best. However, after the incubator, I learned many other various skills like SvelteKit, Tailwind, Prisma, Postgres, and even more.
Yeah, and coming into the incubator, I had never had experience with working with a team or kind of coding in a professional environment with GitHub and multiple collaborators. After the incubator, I'm very comfortable working with a team, communicating properly, learning mostly Git and GitHub best practices on how to merge and review code. And I feel a lot more comfortable with working in those kind of environments where we have meetings weekly and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the incubator was definitely really valuable for collaboration because like you can learn all of these technologies and stuff on your own, but it's really important. I think this experience was really valuable because it added the collaboration aspect of working with other people and communicating.
For me, honestly, this was like the best experience I had this year, and I'm really sad that this is now the end. I mostly learned a lot of skills such as like SvelteKit, Tailwind CSS, and Postgres that I'd never heard of in my life before. And before participating in this incubator program, I didn't know how important like the backend was because I only worked on front end. And now after like being in a team with like many backend developers, I really like felt how significant this place was.
All right, so finally for the next steps that we're going to take this project, we're going to be integrating a lot more with the Discord bot V2 team. First is just using more data from Discord, making sure accounts are good because we only want like people with the Team Tomorrow role in Discord to create accounts, not just like anyone with a Discord account. And we're also going to use kudos, have incentives for filling out different parts of the websites with kudos, and displaying kudos that people receive and give publicly. We're also going to require a lot more further user testing, which is pretty much going to be a continuous process as we keep the website maintained and add on some of these last features. And with this, with a lot of this being wrapped up, we're going to create the first beta release of our website, putting it on teamtomorrow.com with SEO, so it'll be ready for external companies to explore. And we're also going to make sure we polish up, add finishing touches for every page of the website, because there is some more iteration that we can do for the design. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, thanks for listening to our presentation. If you would like to explore the website on your own or check out our design, MVP, and engineering documentation, feel free to scan the QR code and reach out if you have any questions. So just leave it up for a few seconds, and then we'll post the link to the link tree in the chat as well. But yeah, thank you.
Huge round of applause to our TT website team.